What's up guys, Aroneous here with another Raid Shadow Legends video, and in this video I'm going to be showcasing Hephraak and also another champion that I ended up awakening in my last video, which is Basher, and I'm going to showcase them in Arena, and then maybe I'll showcase Hephraak also in Dungeon to try to showcase the awakenings. So really quickly I wanted to showcase to you, if you didn't watch the last video that I posted about awakening Hephraak and awakening Basher, I ended up going with the blessing Soul Reap. So I'm going to try this Soul Reap ability out, see how it works in Arena. The only issue is, at a 1-star awakening level, the threshold for the target HP is 4%. And if you don't know about Soul Reap, basically when they attack an enemy and the enemy ends up going down to 4% HP, a Reaper will come out of nowhere, ignore defense as well as all damage reduction skills, effects, and buffs. If the target survives, has a chance of placing a True Fear debuff for 1 turn. So yeah, so the Reaper will come out, it'll attack them, and then hopefully kill them if for some reason they have a little bit of health left, but if not, as you progress and upgrade the awakening levels on your champion, then it'll unlock this one here, which the target HP threshold bumps up from 4% to 20%, which is more ideal, and has a 100% chance of placing a True Fear debuff for 1 turn if the target survives, and then you get plus 10 speed along with all these additional stats on your champions. So obviously having an awakening of only 1 star is not that beneficial, so I'm hoping that I can collect more of those soul stones and stuff like that and then upgrade this guy some more. But and then also I have Basher. So Basher, let me showcase him really quickly. So his blessing is Cruelty. So he's at a 4-star awakening, which is really nice. He's only level 50, but 4-star awakening, that gives him an additional 400 attack, an additional 1000 HP, 20 crit damage, and then when I get him to 6-star awakening, it's plus 7 speed. And for this ability, basically how it works is if multiple champions have this blessing, still cannot decrease a single champion's defense by more than 40%, or decrease a boss's defense by more than 20%, but using him in Arena, basically whenever he attacks, decreases their defense until the end of the round. Because Arena is just 1 round, every time the battle lengthens, if it just stays on and on and on, so like this is good against tanky teams, those tanky teams that keep healing and stuff, decreases their defense up to 20% until the end of the round. So hopefully if those tanky teams just keep healing up and healing up and healing up, like for example, people put in there Withier the Crown, and she's super annoying to go against, so if you can keep on decreasing the defense of that champion by 20%, you're going to end up doing more damage against her, and hopefully she dies a lot faster so you can get rid of that stupid battle, because some of those battles against Withier probably take you about 1 minute to 3 minutes or something like that, which is ridiculous. But yeah, so this awakening will definitely help in Arena against those types of tankier teams. So let's go ahead and just get right into it. Go into Arena. So right now I'm in Gold 1. So if you don't know, I am a pay-to-win player for this account only, and I have a main free-to-play account that's level 100. It's a lot stronger than this pay-to-win account. My account's only level 66, and it's not crazy. It's a newer pay-to-win account, so I'm trying to progress as fast as possible, but obviously it takes a while to get higher and higher up in level. So right now I'm in Gold 1, and I'm just going to try to showcase some teams. Now obviously with my team, I'm not as fast as some of these teams that are in Gold 1 with these speed leads. So what I try to go for is tankier teams. And I actually want to showcase to you against this team. They might be faster though because of this Lady Kimmy right here. And then Aroneous is just ridiculous. And here's the reason why I don't think that Soul Reap is great. Like, it's great, but it's not amazing. So, and you're about to see why. So I have my speed lead, I've got my Hephraak to help us with putting on the block damage, and that's why I'm able to get further and further into Arena, higher tiers. So let's go, let's get right into it, and you're going to see it's going to be speed into Hephraak, but I think Hephraak's even faster than my High Katoon. So he places a block damage, he speeds us up, he does that, and then we go right away. So you're about to see that this is the reason why Soul Reap, boom, there you go, you can see Soul Reap go off right away. The issue is, it doesn't negate the unkillable. So like, in High Arena, he's still going to get a turn and probably kill us, right? Potentially. You kind of get what I'm saying now, right? With Soul Reap, yes, it's a good ability, but it doesn't go through the unkillable buffs. So that kind of stinks. And I don't think it goes through block damage either. So Swift Parry is still going to be a thing, especially even in lower levels like this. But this is how I would showcase it. I would showcase it against these tankier teams, these teams that maybe they don't die in 2 shots, but with Hephraak, honestly, he demolishes like every single team. He's that strong, and I don't even have him in that strong of gear, to be honest with you. He's just a beast. So let's go into this team here. They've got 150k team power, 118 team power, and this is a pretty tanky team, so let's see what happens. And the goal is, my hope is that the enemies don't have swift parry, but honestly in lower levels, everybody seems to have swift parry. I don't know why, but alright, so we do that, boom, 1, 2, and they're just dead. So Hephraak's just so damn strong. Like, you honestly, you know, might not even need it on Hephraak unless you're really high in tiers. So I got all the way up to gold just to try to showcase against these tanky teams. And what tends to happen is either they're faster than me and they kill me, or they have swift parry. And then that's the only way I can showcase this this cool Soul Reap ability. Maybe they'll survive because of Deliana with the Strengthen. Okay, so he didn't even do any damage to Deliana because he weak hit her, so that doesn't really help. Maybe he'll do something here. This dude's ridiculously powerful, man, and I don't even have him in that good of gear. Let's try, so if I even tried this team, the issue is, she has Unkillable, so it doesn't go through Unkillable. It doesn't ignore it. And I really think that a Legendary Awakening like that, if you're going to 6-star a Legendary Awakening, at least give it a chance to ignore Unkillable. I don't know if that's just me. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments below. But I really think it should ignore Unkillable. That's the only reason why I don't like it. Here's a tanky team, right? Underpriest Brogdy's a beast, so maybe it works against this where you can actually see him get everybody down to under 4% HP threshold, which is really tough. Because honestly, he either wipes them or he gets them to like 50%. Just wipes them. Just absolutely demolishes. Hephraak is so insane for any player, any account, no matter what. And the cool part about Hephraak as well is that if they happen to go faster than us and they kill one of our champions here, he's going to go into this ability right there, boom, boom, and there it is, the Soul Reap, but the issue is the Unkillable. So, because he has Unkillable, the Swift Parry, it doesn't do anything. So you can't actually see what's going to happen. But like I said, if they, for some reason, the enemy team kills one of my champions and doesn't kill Hephraak, Hephraak does his special ability where he uses his heavy hitting ability that hits 2 times if they're under 50% HP. And the Soul Reap works every single time, even if it's a counterattack. So just as long as they hit that threshold of 4% at the first star of Awakening. So let's try this team. Maybe they're tanky enough with the defense lead with Ultimate Death Knight. I just feel like Hephraak is so good that honestly he doesn't even need Awakenings. That's how good he is. Watch, just annihilates because Ultimate Death Knight doesn't work against attack all enemies. He does not work against attack all enemies. Okay, so basically I'm wiping the whole floor. What I'll try to do then is, and there's no decreased defense as you can see. So that's how strong Hephraak is. If there's decreased defense, he's hitting over 100k a pop. It's ridiculous, and his stats are only 240 crit damage. Insane. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Alright, so he's dead. See if Hephraak doesn't kill him. Can you not die? There's a decreased defense. Every time he attacks them, decreased defense. Yeah, Hephraak just murders everybody. Let me try this. Let me try something different. Let's refresh. Let's look for a better team here. Alright, here's a tanky team. 162k team power. Let's see if this works. And what I'll do is I'll take out Helikath, and I'll just run a 3-man team, and let's see if this works. That's how powerful Hephraak is. Again, he's just insane. He's a ridiculous champion. If you get him on your account, you are straight up blessed. So let's just do this manual. So also to showcase Basher's ability, his Awakening Blessing. So when I attack all enemies, you're going to notice it does say ignore defense or decrease defense. See where it says decrease defense? So that's his blessing, where it decreases their defense by 1% every attack, and it stacks all the way up to 20%. So if the battle goes too long against these tankier teams like this, then you're going to be able to, over time, kill them faster, so the length of these fights aren't as unbearable, right? They're not too much to bear. So let's go ahead and do this, and hopefully just absolutely annihilates. With that decreased defense, it helps because their defense is getting mitigated from Basher's ability. So I highly suggest using those two abilities because they're ridiculous in Arena. So let's see if I can do this team too. I mean, we're just smoking people right now. We're just lighting them up, and it's honestly too easy. I'm not even using decreased defense. Alright, ready? No decreased defense. Doesn't even need it. Doesn't even need decreased defense. He's ridiculous. He buffs himself and then annihilates everybody. So I would love to try to get even higher up into like gold 4, gold 5, obviously. But it comes a point where, unfortunately, my Haikatoon just isn't fast enough. I think she's only at like 210 speed or 220 speed. So because my account isn't stacked yet. And I'll end up just getting out speed raced, and I'll just die because of that. So that's why I'm in gold 1. And let's see what happens. Plus, obviously, I want to rack up those gold bars, those medals. Let's see what happens here. Can we showcase it here? And she's dead. Nobody survives Hephraak. Nobody survives. 60k damage. Ridiculous. Okay, so I'm not at gold 2 yet, but I'm just about to hit gold 2, and I found some teams that might actually be capable of surviving the hits from my Hephraak, and we'll see if we can showcase that Soul Reap ability. So we've got this Wither the Crown, and honestly, can they survive? I don't know. I don't think so, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm hoping that they could survive and get to 4% health. It's just so hard to hit the threshold when you're only 1-star awakened. So let's see what happens. Yeah, they're not gonna survive. Yeah, no. Nope, we're gonna keep going. Let's just refresh. Let's just refresh. Here we go. Here's a team. Here is a team that we could possibly do this against. Please. Let's go. No more Swift Parry. Okay. Boom, boom. Okay, alright. They're all taking their turns. Here we go. Boom, boom. Did he get to 4%? He didn't! You son of a biscuit! Okay, we didn't get him to 4%, which really stinks, honestly. It's very challenging on Awakening level 1. Just 1-star on Awakening is too weak. And doesn't happen very often unless they're placing that Swift Parry unkillable or just unkillable in general. Which, yeah, it's annoying. Harder to find teams than it looks. Just easy, to be honest with you. So ultimately, at this point, Soul Reap is really only good if you can get it to the full Awakening or a higher Awakening, because rarely do you ever see a champion go down to 4% HP. Which is, it kind of stinks, but I guess if you're... I've only seen it happen one time. And I've seen it happen a bunch of other times, but that's against people that have Swift Parry with Unkillable, or Skull Crowns with Unkillable, or Aroneous with Unkillable, and it does not ignore Unkillable buffs. And honestly, that's kind of annoying. Because with your nukers, it's usually all or nothing. You usually kill them one shot, and rarely are you ever going to get them to just 4%. It'll happen once in a blue moon, but it won't happen as often as you think. And for me, it's only happened a few times only because of the Unkillable. So that's been kind of a pain in the butt. Okay, so here's a potential viable team that it could work on if he doesn't absolutely destroy them. He just destroys them. He absolutely wrecks everybody. This guy is so powerful. And again, I don't even have him in that crazy of gear. And he's still ridiculous. I'll probably lose against this team. They're too fast. Just to showcase to you that I can lose, okay? I can lose. It's not like I am winning every single one here. I lose against all the speed races. There's the ally attack. I just got crushed. See what I mean? So I can definitely lose. It's just that all these teams are not tanky enough to survive. Hephraak. Hephraak is just too powerful. Let's see what happens here. Can Duchess protect everybody from dying? Apparently not. Jeez. Holy crap. Alright, surely they can survive. It just seems like he's just way too good. Okay, there's another Soul Reap, but of course, unkillable. And if he didn't have unkillable, he would have been dead. Can this survive? Can Volgoth keep them alive? Probably not. Let's see. Can Volgoth keep them alive? I doubt it, but let's see. And they're gonna get wrecked in a second here. I'm just gonna do no increase attack. And Volgoth did not help a single bit. This guy's ridiculous. This guy is ridiculous. Okay, this is a team I probably lose against because they're probably faster. Again, anybody that's faster than me, I typically lose. Oh, never mind, they lost. Not even faster than my Hephraak? That's sad. And there you go. That's the increased cooldown on all skills. And Basher is a monster. Basher is just ridiculous. And Basher's going to be able to use his other ability as well, which is going to do 4 attacks at random, which means if it lands all on one enemy, then 4% of their defense is going to be negated. So 2 times on this one, 2 times on that one. So now Hephraak just wrecks. Jeez. This dude's ridiculous. Alright, I might even have to get to gold 5 with this team because in my team, as you can see, it's only 113 or 103 team power. I don't have ridiculous gear on them. They're not that crazy fast. And I think that's the issue with a lot of people in the early game and mid game is they value like flat stats and HP percent and flat stat attack way too much. And you really don't want to put on like flat stats on your team if you can help it, unless you're putting them in a niche role somewhere in the game. Arena obviously is one of them for like Madame Ceres. You can put a flat stat gauntlet on her as long as it has speed and accuracy on the gauntlet substats. You know, things like that, but just like these teams are just so weak. Back in the day, every team was ridiculous. Back in the day, like Arena used to be so much more challenging, and now it's too easy in my opinion. Like it's fun to win, but at the same time it's like, can I get a little competition? Can I not kill somebody every single solitary time with one champion? Like, that's kind of annoying. Or at least have more defense. Or at least stop putting in teams that are this weak in gold. I just feel like gold is not really the same. Like the arena is not what it used to be. Alright, so we've been on our grind, man. We have been on the grind. We're trying to face some tankier teams up here, and so we've got ourselves all the way into gold 3. Okay, this is, I think, maybe I've pushed up to gold 4 before on this account, but, you know, I decided to put in a 4-man defense as well, and that way I don't drop down faster, but usually I just put a 1-man defense in because I don't really play on my pay-to-win as often as I play on my free-to-play account. My main account is my free-to-play, again, like I said. So we've got a lot tankier teams up here in gold 3 and gold 4. If I can get up there, I'll get up there too. But let's test a few teams here. So I think that this team might actually survive. I think these teams might survive now because they have a ridiculous amount of team power now, 240 team power against 120k team power. I mean, if they don't survive at this point, then I don't know. I give up. So let's do this. Let's just hop right into it, full auto, and I'll slow it down once it becomes Hephraak's turn. All right, now they're faster than us. Yeah. We're in gold 3 now, so now every team is faster than us, even with a speed lead. Nice. Okay. This is what I get for trying to push so high because I'm trying to face tankier teams. Let's see what happens, though. We'll just let it go on auto. Yep, he's dead. And, of course, they decreased the cooldown on my Hephraak. Yeah, he's not going nowhere. We just got wrecked by our first strong team and pushed back to gold 2. Oh, man. Alright, we're back in gold 3. Let's do it. Let's see what we got here. Everybody just uses speed in gold 1, 2, and 3. And then they're not even fast. They're like 150 speed. Yeah! It did it! Finally! It took forever! It took forever! Yes! Counterattack. Heck yeah! I did it! Soul Reap! The best ability in the world! This is just too easy, to be honest with you. But Soul Reap's kinda cool though when it actually hits a person that goes to under 4% at only Awakening Star level 1. Ooh! Here we go! Wither the Crowned. Let's see what happens. Come on, please work. We definitely want it to work this time. Damn! I would have thought that she would have survived. She is not built enough. Too easy. Alright guys, so that's going to be the video. That's going to be the showcase. Honestly, it was very, very challenging to be able to showcase Soul Reap at a 1-star Awakening, and it's going to be difficult because when you're nuking in Arena, more than likely the battle's going to go on. It's either you're going to nuke them down or they're most likely going to nuke you down between gold 1 and gold 3. And then as you get into like gold 4, gold 5, then you start seeing teams that are super tanky, but then at the same time, they're so tanky that you can't even get their health down to a certain point where you're seeing and showcasing the ability that you want to use. So guys, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Would really appreciate the subscribed. We have a lot of people that are watching the channel but just aren't subscribing. So yeah, if you could subscribe to the channel, it would be awesome. And that way I could keep on bringing videos like this to you guys, the viewer. Also leave a comment down below on what you'd be interested in watching. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.